SF, and if you're not a usual viewer of the channel, you're probably wondering why Mortal Kombat's here. If you are a usual viewer of the channel, you'll know exactly why, because this is on brand. This is the game I play. I went back and forth about making this video. And at first I was just looking at the Mr. Wizard stuff that came out, and I was more or less going to talk about how this affects EVO. With EVO Online is about to kick off right now. Like, EVO Online is about to start. Like, Mortal Kombat EVO Online is July 25th, but I don't know if you guys heard, due to some allegations and whatnot that we'll get to, Mr. Wizard has been, I don't want to say removed, but there's been some accusations against him and some stories about him that have gone kind of viral, and he's been, let me just read you the statement from EVO. Let me just read you, because that's the easiest way to do it, and we're gonna get some more than this, and this video is not gonna be super long. I'm not gonna come with the jokes this time. I think there's some serious shit that's happened in some of these situations, so it wouldn't be appropriate to joke. Other times, like, I think the Mike Z shit was it was trash, and he should be canceled for sure. But it wasn't like he literally like did something to another human being physically. So you know what I mean? It's a little bit different. But anyway. So the EVO put out a statement 2 hours ago. It says, a message to all players, attendees, and fans. It says, we are aware of the accusations that have been made against Joey Queller, I guess is his name. The behavior in these accusations runs directly counter to EVO's mission of building a safe, welcoming environment for all of our players and attendees. We take this responsibility seriously. Accordingly, Joey has been placed on administrative leave pending a third-party investigation. And then it says, please direct event inquiries to evoinquiries@gmail.com. I guess he used to take care of the inquiries before that. So yeah, basically they fired Mr. Wizard. If you don't know, Mr. Wizard was like the president of EVO. Yeah, he was literally the president of EVO. He was the face of EVO. He's the guy if you look up the game reveal for EVO, the lineup reveal, he's the guy in the big orange shirt or whatever. It's that guy. Well, I'm not gonna go over what the exact situation is, but someone came out and told a story of their experience with Mr. Wizard years ago, maybe about 19 years ago, and just some predatory behavior that he exhibited. And for EVO to act this swiftly and other people to be named in the situation, there's probably a lot of truth to it, and possibly other stories that are going to come out. So to make a long story short, Mr. Wizard's a creep, and I will leave links in the description for anybody wondering what the story is, what the situation was. But yeah, I don't think I'm the one that should be reading or telling you what happened in that situation. Like, I think you should read it from the person who said it. I don't want to misquote anything, and I don't want to read the entire thing. It would take so long. But yeah, so I was initially, and it was somebody named Mikey who posted the story to Twitter, and I was initially just going to talk about that, like, wow, Mr. Wizard's basically fired from EVO. Like, how is this going to affect EVO in the future? How is this going to affect EVO Online? Will it affect EVO Online? Should we still even support EVO? Because I've heard people say, wow, they acted quick. Like, kind of makes you wonder if they knew about this already. Who else knew about it? Like, if EVO knew the president of EVO was a fucking creep who's paying little boys to fucking live out his fantasies or whatever he's doing, like, should we support that? Like, you know what I mean? So that was one thing that I was just looking into, and I was like, wow, maybe I don't know if I should talk about this. This is a little bit and then I just saw more and more and more shit. It is not so much with the like FGC, like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Marvel. It's more the Smash community. There's been a ton of shit, and I think that may be where this even came from, because there have been a lot of people this week, today, yesterday, in the Smash community who've come forth with stories of like questionable behavior from people in the community. Most of it is old stuff, like years ago, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, but some of it is really fucking alarming. Some of it is really, really crazy and really not okay. Some of it is like, wow, that's shitty. I can't believe you do that. Some of it is just fucking literally illegal in what is wrong with you type behavior. So the more I look like it, and I'm not gonna go through everything that everyone has said. I think the first thing I saw was Captain Zach posted a story. There are a few other things. I believe Nairo. There's a lot of people. It's been like 6 people in the Smash community that have been like, yo, either canceled or questioned, and it's like nuts. And the thing about this is, man, it looks crazy. It looks like the FGC and Smash community is imploding. But at the end of the day, it's a good thing to get people out of here. Like, if you're somebody who's a creep and preying on underage people, preying on teenagers, and you know what I mean? And like, just, there's a lot of shit, a lot of behavior. Like the creepy Mike Z shit. If you're, I think it's similar but different. I think it's a lot more serious in this situation, which is why I'm not joking about it. Because in this situation, there's literally a situation where someone who was 14 at the time says they did something sexual with somebody who was 24 at the time, and that shit is all the way illegal and all the way not okay. Even if it's an older woman and a younger boy, that shit is still not right. You know what I mean? And I'll link, like I said, I'll link all this shit in the description. I don't want to go into too many of the details about the shit, but I mean, I think this is important. Like I went back and forth about making this video. I was like, do I want to talk about this? Do I want to talk about what happened? Do I want to like go into this? Does anybody in my community, the people who watch my videos, will they want to hear it? But there's a lot, man. It's a lot of shit, and I think it's important because it's gonna affect the community going forward. I think like we won't have tournaments for the rest of the year, right? We will not have offline tournaments for the rest of the year. But I think if they return next year, all these stories and all this shit will have an effect on it. Like I think honestly it should. Like if you think about what fighting game tournaments or video game tournaments in general are, they are something that should be more regulated than they currently are, right? So the first thing I saw was the Mr. Wizard stuff and all that going on. Then I saw the Captain Zach stuff with Nairo. Then I saw like it's a bunch of things. And the Captain Zach thing, to make it short, like I said, I'll leave the links in the description. Basically, he was saying they were having some sort of sexual activities with each other when he was 15 and I believe Nairo was 20 or 21 or something. It's just a lot, man, and I don't want to get into details. I talk about video games. I don't talk about sex and perverts. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that's a little outside of my jurisdiction. If y'all think it's really an issue, then file a police report. Or tell somebody and go after them. But a lot of these instances, they're saying, look, we're not looking to get revenge on this person or whatever. We just want, I don't know, they just want to move past it and stop having to hide it or lie about it and shit like that, which is understandable, you know. But it's just really interesting, man. It kind of makes you wonder, like, who are the people that are really in this community? You know what I mean? And I keep, like I say a lot of times in my videos, I keep an arm's length from anyone. Like, I don't really even go into many fighting game player streams. Like, I really stay away. I don't know any, I've never been to tournaments and hung out with people. I've been to tournaments, but I didn't stick around and like meet pro players and hang out with them or anything like that, right? But I know that there is toxicity in the community, especially the MK community. The Smash community is a little bit different because there are a lot of fucking kids. Like, a lot of children play Smash, so you have people as young as 12, 13, 14 at Smash tournaments, and it's very normal, right? In Mortal Kombat tournaments, it's not that common. It's really usually one or two, maybe two players that are that young. The rest are like at least 17 or something. They're almost adults, you know what I mean? It's not as crazy, but yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I got sidetracked. But yeah, I'm not trying to get too deep into it. I'll leave the links in the description for anybody who wants to know. I don't want to get into the graphic details about what each individual person said happened to them and all that shit, because that shit is sad, man. That shit is not cool. But I think that this will change fighting game tournaments in the future. I think well, just esports in general, right? Because Smash is huge. Like, some of this stuff is like #1 trending on Twitter, like in the entire US. Like with everything going on. So like Smash is huge. So for this to go on in the Smash community, and it might affect the FGC. Like we already got the Mr. Wizard story that came out. So it actually kind of already is affecting FGC. But there could be more stories. You never know. Your favorite player might get canceled. You might find out, oh, your favorite Mortal Kombat player is a fucking creep. You might just find out. We never know. And I think we should welcome that kind of stuff, and we should be a little more weary, be a little more careful of who we idolize, who we look up to, who we give power to, right? Just be a little more careful with who we think is important, because oh man, I wish I could name who said it, but there was a clip that I saw on Twitter where someone had a fucking great point, and I want to give them proper credit on it instead of just fucking stealing it myself. Damn, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. But basically, his quote, he was saying, and if anybody knows in the comments, let me know. He said, "These people are just good at a video game. That's all. They're just good at a video game. And because of that, we want them to be role models. We want them to be good people. We expect them to be able to do this and that. But they're, excuse me, they're just good at a video game." And I'm like, that's big facts. And also, like, even if we get them out of here, like, there will be more people that are good at a video game. There will be better people who are good at it and not shitty people. I think if you weed this stuff out, and it's better, I mean, we're already behind in it, but if you stomp it out from the beginning, it won't ever grow because we'll know that shit don't fly, right? But, like, just like with the Mike Z thing, like, you hear other people saying, or other women saying, yeah, he's been a creep to me in person for years. And it's like, there are too many people letting this shit fly for me to not think that there's 100 creeps in the FGC. You know what I mean? 100 weirdos and people doing gross shit in the FGC. And I'm not saying don't support Smash. I'm not saying don't support Evo. Don't support the FGC. That's not what I'm saying. But I think we have to pay more attention, right? We have to, like, if we want, even if you don't go to a tournament, right? Even if you don't do that, I think you would prefer to not be, if you're supporting somebody, like you're watching their content, you're liking their videos, you're donating to them, you're subscribing, whatever you're doing, I think it would be better to know that they're good people, right? Not, oh, I really like this guy's his Martha Smash, but turns out he likes 10-year-old boys. Oh shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like I think it would be a lot better for everybody if we knew that wasn't something we had to worry about. Because before this, we didn't worry about it. It was great. But now seeing all this shit, everybody's like, oh wow, I'm so disappointed. I looked up to this person, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, man, it's shitty. You know, like, it's crazy. And part of why I don't look up to anyone, I just do me, I do my thing, I mind my business. Like I said in my other video, I literally watch one Mortal Kombat streamer. Well, not watch, that's not true. I literally support one Mortal Kombat streamer, and that's somebody who doesn't talk. You know what I mean? But he's hella cool, shout out to Quincy. But yeah, man, this is just, it's interesting, man. Who knows what's gonna come next, you know? And that's kind of why I wanted to talk about this. I was just thinking about it a lot. And I really, I'm still, even now as I'm recording this, I'm going back and forth about putting it out. But it's just something that I've been thinking about. I've been looking at, like, a bunch of people talk about it for hours, a bunch of different stories, different people in the community reacting to it, bigger names, smaller names. It's not even about how big or important or, you know, somebody is in the community. It's just, like, crazy that this is, like, it sounds like this has been the norm, and I guarantee there's probably gonna be more stories that come out, more things that happen. So if your favorite players might get canceled, and if you're wondering why, it might be because they did some creep shit. So be on the lookout for that. But anyway, if anybody's wondering, the links to all the stories that I see, I'm going to put it in the description. The Mr. Wizard stuff, some of the Smash stuff as well. I won't find everything because there's so fucking much, but some of the main accusations and things going on. So basically, if you're wondering why the FGC is on fire, or the Smash community is on fire and burning down, here's what it is. But it's great though, sometimes things can burn down and we can create a better community from the ashes. Like, we can start off better, you know, just be better. Like I think Dark Wizzy said, for those of you, well, if anybody who knows who Smash players are, you probably don't, huh? But they're like just saying, I'm gonna be the person that you guys all thought Nairo was. Like I'm gonna be, you know what I mean? Like I thought that was really cool. It's like, you know, I'm gonna be that person. I'll actually be a role model. I'll be a stand-up guy. It's like that's good, man. That's good. People should want to be, you know, positive influences and not do sketchy, shady things. But hey, I'm no better than anyone else. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm not here to vilify anybody. I don't know any of these people personally. I was not there for any of these events. I'm not here to crucify anybody. I'm just here to talk about what was going on. And honestly, I didn't expect to get into all this Smash shit. I just expected to talk about Mr. Wizard because he's the president of EVO, and EVO Online is the next big Mortal Kombat tournament, and that shit turned into the FGC and Smash community are on fire. Everyone's canceled. But anyway, yeah, just check the description if you're looking for all the tweets and all the info. It'll all be linked there. I go by JSF. I don't even want to plug my channel in this video. It feels kind of gross, so I'm not gonna ask you to do anything. Just be a good person, man. Just be a good person. Just don't take advantage of anybody. Don't manipulate anybody underage into doing anything weird for you. Yeah, just be a fucking good person and learn social skills. God, please. This is something that is so understated and like undervalued and mentioned. A lot of people in this, like I said in the Mike Z video, a lot of people in these communities don't have social skills. You don't know how to talk to people. You don't know how to act around people. So you act in a weird way. You act out and you act in ways that are not appropriate. And that's not an excuse for what people are doing. Just like just like involving substances like alcohol, drinks, smoking, whatever. That's not an excuse for your behavior either, but it damn sure don't help the situation. You know what I mean? Like, y'all need to learn how to treat other human beings. Like, some of this is basic human 101. Like, you just didn't learn that you shouldn't do this to a person. Like, don't do this shit to people. Just treat people better. And that's all I want to say, man. I don't want to make this sound like an after school special. You're more than welcome to skip this video. More than welcome. I won't hate you. I won't be bothered by you. I won't be mad at you. But I just want I want to at least know that in this time with all that's going on in the FGC, me as somebody who makes videos about fighting games, at least, even though I don't have a major platform, I have a very small following, at least I use that to say, hey, this shit is wrong, be better people, and spread the information for the people that may have been really hurt or really affected by this type of shit. You know what I mean? I just want to be on the right side of history. So, and I want people to be better fucking people. Anyway, man, y'all take care, y'all stay safe, wear a mask, Black Lives Matter, fucking trans rights, you know what I mean, all this shit. I stand for all this stuff. So appreciate y'all. Anybody who watches this video, y'all take care. I'm out.